Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. This time we're going to do the Star Wars Black Series Snowspeeder with Ralter. And I'm a little bit out of my realm with this, so I'm just gonna jump into it. I left my diorama space bare bones just to show you how big it is. It takes up a lot of space. So trying to put this on a diorama would have proved useless for me, as it takes up too much space going backwards and forwards and trying to figure out how to place this somewhere. So I am pretty bare bones on this review in terms of how it is, but if I face this guy forward, you can just see how wide it is going across. I'm not going to do exact measurements because some people use meters and some people use inches and feet. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, let's jump into the actual video. Now, as I take the cockpit and roll it down, we can see just how cool this guy is view-wise with it down. See how pretty cool it is. Also, we have our landing gear going under. I'm going to start from the back and I'm going to rotate it around. But the only drawback that I can see right now as far as the landing gear is the fact that even when I lay it flat, my left-hand side, which would be its right-hand side, but on my left-hand side, this gear kind of keeps folding in no matter what I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it flat again, and you'll see that it lays a little uneven. I don't know why it does that on mine, but at first it starts off even, and then it kind of messes up. The cockpit may get a little bit gummy, just to give you a heads up. So you may want to heat yours up beforehand. But anyway, we can look at how, it looks really, really good. It's one of those things where I didn't expect it to be as detailed as it is. Obviously, it's not as weathered, but as you can see, it has the radiation shield heating where they kind of welded a bunch of parts together to keep it from overheating. Because from what I read, these were originally air speeders, low altitude air speeders, modified for Hoth. So that's actually pretty cool. We have our laser cannons right here. These actually come detached off. You actually just place them on. You can also, if you want to do a quick battle damage or you want to take yours apart, you can actually take these apart right here. And you can just plug these back in. So off and on, they can do that. Also, over here on the speeder's right-hand side, you can actually remove this. Be a little careful as you take it out. And there's going to be a panel tab here that allows you to flip up and take it out, so you can actually look like you are seen working on the speeder. So if you want to do some welding, or you want to show people working on it, or you just want to show it as a damaged panel, you can totally do that here. There's some nice browns here, a little bit of brown. Oh, actually it's metallic with some rust wash over it, which is actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can get a little closer. There we go. Yeah. So with that being said, we can close this back up and place this back on. Shout out to Jake for helping me with this stuff too, because I am a casual as hell fan. He definitely helped me out. So on our backhand side, we also have more ports that we can open up, like right here. And these are going to be obviously for when you do any sort of braking and speeding and afterburners and things like that. Let's say like me, I just got into Star Wars Battlefront, so I'm actually learning a bunch of this stuff anyway. And as you can see, these can actually move and rotate up and down. Sorry, not rotate. These can move up and down. And these, when you turn them around, look good as well. The only thing that's going to protrude out is going to be those screws there. So keep that in mind. So if you want to cover those up in your own little fashion or do whatever it is you're going to do, like paint over them, that's totally fine. On the backhand side, as you can see here, we have the exhaust on the backhand side. These are actually movable. I was having trouble with mine earlier, but these are indeed movable. So keep that in mind. Then you have your cable, which actually you can just pull out. It's not wired, but honestly, that doesn't really bother me. It's a Black Series vehicle. We have our gunner port for the pulse cannon, I believe, which rotates left and right. And for those of you that want to actually make this retract back in, right at the bottom here, it's going to be a spot where you open it up. See if I can get this open with a fingernail, but I can't. So let's try to open it up with something else. I'm going to use a Marvel Legends knife. Get that open. As you can see here, here's the rest of the cable, which extends further. Mine's knotted up just a little bit, but I shouldn't worry about that now. But yeah, before it drives me crazy, I'm just going to do it here on camera. Just de-knot it. Just don't want that kind of trouble later. And as you can see here, it just extends through. For those of you that customize, I'm pretty sure you're going to wire it yourself, and I think that's going to be pretty awesome. So again, you pull it through. You just kind of let it lay back in its area. Try to keep it from bunching up. Try is the key word. And we sit it back in, close that back up. We're gonna close up our landing gear because I'm trying to do something cool. Let's flip these back up. Let's flip this guy back around. Oop, and look, one of mine came off. I am all over the place. Now I want to try to get closer to the cockpit to show you guys what's on the inside. So in our cockpit, we actually got a lot going on. So you can actually tab these up to place your characters inside, and I'll get to them in a second. In this spot, you'll have the grenades here on the side. The front one is actually removable. They come removed out, as you can see here. So you can actually take the grenade, put it on each side. There's gonna be another one that I have with Dak on the side, right? And then as I rotate around, I know you guys can see the controls here. Oh, I don't know if you can. Let me actually get some light on that. There we go. We have our control ports on each side. And then we have our gunner ports here. These are soft plastic, so you don't have too much to worry about. Like I said, the cockpit comes up and down. I rather enjoy this piece. It is very different. It's very original. And I've always wanted more vehicles. So with the hope of Black Series getting vehicles, I really hope Hasbro goes, hey, this did really well. Let's do G.I. Joe vehicles without any hesitation. That's really what I'm hoping for. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I've bought, I've supported, so let's see how this goes. Next up, we have Dak Ralter. This is a guy who was in the Battle of Hoth with Luke. He was Luke's gunner. I had to rewatch that scene because I could not remember this guy to save my life. And in terms of articulation, we have him, he can look up, cannot look down, but he can, oh, wait, no, he can look a little further down. Our arm articulation starts up. We have that Black Series single joint, but it extends a little bit into 90 degrees. His wrist peg is on a vertical peg, not a horizontal one on the right arm, and it is horizontal on the left. As far as ab crunch goes, it is not very far. That's a little disappointing considering he has a guy who has to sit in the cockpit. I mean, sorry, in the gunner's port. So that's a little disappointing. Oh, did I just rip the leg off? Oh, I did. So yeah, so we have our knee swivel, which is a little weird. Didn't expect that. There's a thigh swivel as well. Our knees and legs can go up only about this far. So I'm a little disappointed that they cut so many corners on this guy, especially if you want him to fit really comfortably in this, especially because you already paid $120 retail for the speeder. The figure is pretty much going to be the free part. And then the other problem is being this part lifting up for him to sit in the gunner seat, because this is going to get in the way, as you see in here, is bunching. That's not very comfortable for your figure to sit in. It's going to cause some warping. So hopefully that's something I can fix, maybe by having to cut it. We'll see what happens. And then we get our standard ankle articulation forwards and backwards. But yeah, that's a little disappointing. But Dak does come with a helmet. You see his is blue, and it goes right over the helmet of the head. Oh, sorry, the head. And it fits most of the part right on. Yeah, no problem. There's also a butterfly joint in there, but it doesn't really go too far forward. But stand him straight up, and then you'll get the two grenades, one already put in, the other one here. And then you'll get what I believe, if I remember correctly, this is actually the gun that they use that Luke used to shoot up and use it as a grappling hook to get inside the AT-AT. And if you have a Luke, you know that he can actually fit inside as well too, because he's about the same size as Dak. Just in case you want to try it out though, just in case you want to see some size comparison, SHF Luke technically should fit in there. And he should fit in there just a little bit better because he should have a better range of movement. So I'm going to try it right now and see what happens. Just in case you want to customize a Luke or try out a SHF Luke in there. Because we all know Dak can fit in there. We've seen that from the photos. But let's check out Luke. So yeah, if you wanted to give Luke a pretty good look here for SHF, I think we're in the right spot. So this is gonna be pretty dope. All in all, I like this piece. It is definitely different for me. I'm hoping I can try some new types of pictures. And I'm definitely hoping that you guys enjoyed this video because this is definitely different for me. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this really informative and quick and pretty enthusiastic. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.